Beloved, pay close attention to every word I speak. You're not here by coincidence. This moment has been orchestrated by the hand of God, and there's something you must grasp before the night unfolds. In the unseen world, movements are already happening that are about to shake your reality in a profound way. God has declared that crucial shifts will take place tonight. This is not a casual message, it's a sacred notification. When tomorrow's dawn comes, you might find tears streaming down your face for reasons you can't explain. Understand this. Those tears are not weakness. They are a sign of release and empowerment, the shattering of invisible chains. Tonight carries the weight of heavenly reordering. What the adversary sought to ruin is being restored by God's own intervention. But your role is vital. You must remain watchful. You must be prepared, and you cannot treat this lightly. Before I tell you what God has revealed, take 3 deliberate actions without hesitation. Pause this message. Press the like button, subscribe to this channel, and write the number 99 in the comments. That number is a prophetic marker, a symbol of completion and divine structure. If your spirit is alive to this call, you'll sense the urgency deep within. You won't scroll away. You'll stay engaged until the end, because what you're hearing right now is both a warning and a roadmap your future is tied to. Listen with your whole heart, because what happens in these hours will shape what you awaken to when morning arrives. This is no regular night. This is the moment when heaven's power reaches into your story in ways you've never encountered. Everything around you seems to pause, urging you to cut out distractions and tune fully into the instruction God is giving in this very instant. It's not just an invitation, it's a command from above, a sacred call that must not be ignored or postponed. Whatever you've lived or experienced until now is nothing compared to what's about to unfold. Your soul is being summoned to wake up. Your inner senses are being sharpened beyond anything you've known. This is a divine activation, a signal to move forward. Barriers inside you will begin to break open. The shift you've prayed for, hoped for, even doubted, begins tonight at midnight. The power flowing into this night is unmatched, a celestial current created for you specifically. Don't hold back. Don't question it. Surrender to this moment completely. Picture the clock striking 12. As it does, a hidden gate inside your spirit swings wide, pouring out rivers of clarity, strength, and direction. This isn't only spiritual. It's emotional, mental, even physical. God's midnight command will stir dormant strengths and undiscovered gifts, setting you on a course where old limitations dissolve. Tonight marks a full-scale turning point. Are you willing to respond? Everything you've been through, the struggles, the triumphs, the heartbreaks, the lessons, was preparation for this extraordinary hour. This night carries more weight than all the moments before it combined. Pause and think. Every battle you fought, every tear you've cried, every lesson carved into your life has been a step toward this sacred threshold. God is rewriting your narrative beginning now. Past failures and old wounds lose their grip tonight. This is the evening your destiny surges forward beyond what you thought possible. Everything up until now has been the groundwork. What follows is a supernatural elevation that will reshape your identity and authority. If you fail to guard this moment or treat it carelessly, you could miss the breakthrough assigned to you. This night requires your full focus, your full faith. It's not another page in your story. It's the pivot where your life explodes into its true purpose. Tonight marks your rebirth. Don't allow it to slip past unnoticed. As midnight approaches, a powerful spiritual fixation will ignite within you, an intense focus from heaven that recalibrates every layer of your being. This isn't a mere mood. It's a force working silently to reset your body, mind, and spirit to a higher frequency. It's as if God Himself is aiming at you with precision, mending what's damaged, erasing weaknesses, and installing new strengths where they're needed. Your physical state will start to mirror the changes happening inside. Your energy will shift from ordinary to extraordinary. Tonight, your entire system is being repaired by power beyond human understanding. Treat this moment with reverence. The divine upgrade calls for your undistracted attention. Any interference or temptation could disrupt it. Heaven is moving with intention. Guard this time fiercely. The transformation has already started. Remain steady and alert. Deep within you is a chosen soul, a divine spark of greatness waiting to ignite. Tonight that spark becomes a blazing fire. You will wake to your authentic self, no longer hidden but vibrant and powerful. This is when your inner gifts awaken like a lion rising from its den, ready to claim its territory. That power has always been within you but veiled, waiting for this exact hour to awaken. Feel the stirring in your chest, the sharpening of your perception, the flood of insight that clears away all confusion. Your soul is locking into the purpose set for you from the beginning of time. This awakening is sacred. It may bring intense emotion, overwhelming joy, cleansing tears, and deep awe. You're stepping into a higher call, a dimension where your ability to discern, create, and protect becomes unstoppable. The chosen one inside you is rising. Welcome it fully. Tonight your hidden spiritual abilities burst through the shadows into light. These abilities you may have sensed but not fully grasped. Intuitive knowledge, heightened awareness, the power to shape realities and carry divine protection are no longer concepts. They're becoming active instruments in your hands. God is placing keys to an unseen kingdom into your grasp. You're stepping into a realm where the miraculous is normal. This isn't a slow unfolding. It happens instantly, like a light switching on. Your senses will become keener. Your connection to divine wisdom will deepen beyond anything you've known. You'll feel a new vitality surging through every part of you. Don't wait to understand it. Receive it. Let these gifts flow freely through you, knowing they are your inheritance. This supernatural current will mold your future, enabling you to move with boldness, aware that God's power is operating in you at all times. Prepare for a radical transformation affecting not only your spirit but your physical form as well. Your body itself will shift, strengthening, refining, shedding old constraints. This is not symbolic. It's a divine remodeling that you and others will notice. You might feel currents of energy moving through your muscles, your skin glowing with new life, and an uncontainable strength rising. Old pains, weariness, and weaknesses will fade as God's healing reconstructs your temple into something resilient and powerful. This transformation will ripple outward too, altering your energy field. Your presence will become magnetic, charged with spiritual authority. People will sense it even if they don't understand it. Your body is becoming the perfect vessel for the extraordinary assignment ahead. Accept this miraculous change. This is your new reality. Tonight, every hidden fear, doubt, and limitation that once restrained you will be washed away by divine grace. God is purifying your soul and body, removing every weakness, every hesitation, every fragment of old wounds. This cleansing is not gentle. It's a refining fire, purging your spirit to its purest state. You're undergoing spiritual surgery, cutting out harmful thoughts, toxic habits, and draining energies from your life. Be ready to release what no longer serves your highest calling. The old version of you is being dismantled so the empowered you can rise. This requires bravery and surrender. Resisting it only slows the change. Trust that what God removes makes room for greater strength, confidence, and resilience. Tonight, frailty gives way to might. Are you ready? This night is not simply about subtle intuition, it's about full activation of senses you may have thought impossible. The sixth sense isn't fiction. It's the inner compass guiding you to see beyond surface reality. As midnight draws near, you may feel tingling on your skin, sharper hearing, or sudden insight about situations and people. These aren't coincidences. They're signs your spiritual perception is unlocking. God is opening a channel between the visible and invisible, giving you discernment of truth, danger, and opportunity with supernatural precision. With this awakening comes a divine shield, a protective covering woven by heaven itself. Imagine walking through a storm without feeling the rain, standing in chaos yet untouched. That's the level of protection being released tonight. Negative energy, hidden opposition, and unseen forces that once drained you will find no entry. The more you lean into faith and stay aware, the stronger this barrier becomes. It feels as if a radiant glow has wrapped itself around you, weaving a shield unseen yet impenetrable by anything dark or harmful. Yet this is no passive gift. It invites your active engagement. Guard your inner dialogue, for fear and uncertainty can thin the barrier. Speak words of gratitude, hope, and belief into the space surrounding you. Trust the subtle inner nudges that begin to arise, even when they seem to defy logic. This intuitive sense is not a novelty. It is a safeguard for your purpose, steering you toward favor and away from hidden traps. Embrace it tonight, because this sacred opening is brief, and such a moment of heightened awareness does not linger long. As your inner perception sharpens, the divine is at work within the minds and intentions of those around you. You may not witness it, yet conversations, connections, and seemingly accidental meetings are being rearranged like pieces on a vast chessboard. People who once doubted may feel a spark of curiosity. Those holding silent grievances may soften, drawn toward reconciliation for reasons they cannot explain. Individuals who once blocked your progress may now move aside, clearing your path. This is not coercion but heavenly coordination, an unseen hand ensuring the right allies rise as those who are not meant for your journey quietly fade. This reordering touches not only people but circumstances. Doors you thought closed will swing open unexpectedly. Opportunities you once pursued will now pursue you. Dialogues will unfold with such perfect timing that it will feel scripted by something greater than chance. Old tensions will dissolve, not through debate, but because God is reshaping thoughts and motives. The atmosphere around you is being purified and recalibrated so that everything outside begins to resonate with the greatness awakening within. But this transition also brings caution. Not everyone will greet your change with joy. Some may feel unsettled as your strength and influence grow. They may try to lure you into distraction, provoke you, or pull you back into familiar patterns. Remain watchful. Let your sharpened intuition guide you through these interactions. Listen for the soft yes or no within that shows you whom to trust and when to walk away. God is arranging the board for your triumph, but you must protect the holy plan unfolding. Tonight marks a pivot in your personal and professional bonds. Connections you once thought essential may lose their hold, fading as their season ends. Others who hovered on the edges of your life will begin moving closer, drawn to the new current emanating from you. Friendships will either deepen or dissolve, and hidden motives will reveal themselves with startling clarity. This is not punishment or reward but alignment. God is placing only those who strengthen your calling beside you. Expect emotional tides as this reordering takes shape. A friend may reach out with encouragement you did not know you needed. A mentor or even a stranger may appear with an opening perfectly matched to your purpose. At the same time, someone you trusted may quietly withdraw, leaving you puzzled or aching. Remember, destiny's road cannot hold every companion. Some must remain behind for you to advance. Every departure creates space for new alliances, new partnerships, and new love aligned with your upgraded life. Lean on faith as this relational reshuffling happens. Trust that every change is for your growth. Do not chase those who leave, and do not fear the unfamiliar faces arriving. Your awakened sense will recognize who belongs in your next chapter. Destiny is never haphazard, it is deliberate. Every person entering or leaving is part of a divine plan, propelling you toward the mission you were born to complete. This night carries a weight unlike any before. With that weight comes the duty to guard your focus with fierce resolve. Distraction is transformation's enemy. Even a small temptation, a casual scroll, a meaningless chat, a passing doubt, can thin the current of divine power working in you. Heaven is operating with surgical precision, and your undivided attention is needed. Treat these hours as sacred ground where every breath and thought counts. Cultivate an atmosphere of reverence. Dim the lights, still the noise, and prepare a space that feels holy. Pray, meditate, or simply sit in quiet openness to welcome God's presence. This is not superstition but alignment. Just as a seed needs still soil to sprout, your transformation needs the fertile quiet of undistracted focus. Each moment you guard your mind, you strengthen the power shaping you now. Distractions may not be obvious, they may show up as sudden cravings, unexpected calls, or memories of old regrets. Hold firm. Each act of discipline tonight invests in your future self. Guard this night as you would a priceless treasure, because what is emerging within you surpasses anything the world can offer. The force at work tonight is powerful but also delicate. Picture a sculptor carving a masterpiece. One careless strike can mar what took hours to form. Your awakening is the same. A single lapse into fear or indulgence can disrupt the flow of this sacred process. That is why you must guard not only your actions, but also your thoughts and emotions. Temptation will be subtle. It may appear as an old habit calling you back, an unexpected quarrel, or the desire for ease over discipline. These are not coincidences but tests. The greater your calling, the more resistance will meet you. Recognize these snares for what they are, last attempts to keep you from stepping into your destiny. But do not be afraid. Your awareness is your shield. By staying rooted in faith, steadying your breath, and remembering the holy purpose of this night, you disarm every threat. Victory is already assured. You only need to hold your ground until the work is complete. One misstep can delay your blessing, but steadfastness secures its full arrival. When dawn comes, you will awaken to a reality so profound that tears may be your only language. These will be tears not of pain but of deep gratitude and release. Imagine years of silent burdens lifting in a single night, fears melting like frost under the morning sun. The magnitude of what God has done within you will surpass words, leaving only cleansing tears. Your reflection will not be the same. Your eyes will shine with new clarity, your face softer yet stronger. Others will sense the difference even if they cannot name it, because your energy, your very frequency, has been elevated. The tears you shed at dawn will be proof of this upgrade, an outward sign of an inner miracle. Let them flow freely. They are sacred. They rinse away old wounds and open the gates for joy to enter. Cry if you must, laugh if you can, but know each drop signals that heaven's work in you is complete. By sunrise, you will stand as living proof of divine power. With the night's work done, you will be poised at the threshold of a destiny long written but newly revealed. Heaven calls your name, not as a whisper but as a resounding summons. This is no casual offer but a sacred mandate for your presence. The path before you glows with purpose. Each step pulses with life. Doubts that once obscured your vision will feel like distant echoes, swept away by the clarity of divine direction. This is your moment to step forward with courage. Your sharpened senses and radiant energy are not meant for hiding but for healing, lifting, and guiding others. You were not awakened simply to feel different, but to make a difference. The world needs the strength and wisdom only you can give. Do not hesitate or second-guess the call. Destiny does not pause for indecision. Heaven asks for action, courage, and faith. Cross the threshold with your head high, knowing that everything you have endured prepared you for the mission now placed in your hands. The night has ended, but your journey as a fully awakened, chosen one has just begun. You are no longer the same person who entered this evening. Your gifts are active, your spirit fortified, your destiny alive with possibility. This is your crowning moment, the unveiling of your true self, no longer hidden or restrained. Rise in confidence, speak with authority, move with the quiet strength of one who knows their divine purpose. Your presence will carry a magnetic pull. People will be drawn to your calm, your wisdom, and the unmistakable aura of transformation. You are living evidence of what happens when heaven touches earth. Carry this awakening into every choice, every interaction, every dream. The world will test your resolve, but you are ready. Recall the night that shifted everything. You're no longer standing in expectation of miracles. You've become the very evidence of one. Step forward, beloved. This is the appointed moment. The earth has opened its arms for you, and heaven rejoices as you accept the destiny carved for you. This is the hour your soul has longed for in quiet anticipation, an awakening so deep it vibrates through every layer of your being. This isn't an ordinary night, but a divine intersection where heavenly currents break through the barriers of your past. Your spirit, wary of shrinking back and concealing its brilliance, is being electrified in ways beyond your imagining. God's focus on you now is like a precise beam, targeting the hidden depths of your essence, igniting long dormant embers and releasing your full spiritual capacity. Feel the sacred weight of this instant pressing upon you. Your purpose demands recognition and action. This awakening will stir not only your thoughts, but your heart itself, your core trembling with a fresh surge of vitality. As this divine spotlight falls upon you, sudden insight, unshakable clarity about your path, or intense waves of emotion may flood your senses. These are not coincidences but holy indicators marking the beginning of your greatest spiritual rise. Yet this rising will challenge you. It requires the bravery to surrender old fears and welcome the unknown transformation taking root inside. Resist every pull toward old comforts or distractions. Tonight calls for your whole self, your focused devotion. The divine ignition is not a gentle whisper, but a sacred flame meant to launch you past the boundaries of who you once were into realms of mastery and extraordinary strength. This is the doorway, not the destination. Tonight's shift opens access to insights, gifts, and protection you've only dreamed of. You will emerge changed forever. This is your moment of calling, your moment of breakthrough, and God's hand holds steady, guiding you with flawless precision. In this silent darkness you will reach a decisive turning point, a spiritual divide where even one wrong move could disrupt the sacred work unfolding within. This is not idle warning but a message straight from above. Doubts, temptations, and diversions will rise like sudden storms, each designed to pull you from your transformation. These unseen crossroads are perilous and demand your highest watchfulness. Be clear, a misstep tonight won't merely slow you down. It could inflict deep spiritual harm and tear fragile threads of divine alignment. Your whole being stands in a heightened state, vulnerable to the smallest compromise. Whether it's fear, anger, old habits, or frustration, the impact could echo far beyond tonight. God's urgent warning rings out because your destiny itself teeters on the edge. Arm yourself as a warrior, ready to face and overcome. Guard your heart and your thoughts fiercely. Reject every distraction, every poisonous influence or harmful idea that seeks to throw you off course. This night requires unwavering trust and discipline. Know that while the adversary creeps with subtle snares, the power within you through God is immeasurably greater if you remain steadfast. These forks in the path are tests but also invitations. Your maturity of spirit will reveal itself in how you choose. Choose well. Step onto the road of victory and transformation and avoid traps that could fracture your breakthrough. As the world grows still, your entire field of being will undergo a profound shift, a weaving of unseen threads surrounding and sustaining you. This change is both subtle and immense, like a cosmic reset pressed by God's hand. Every cell, every emotion, every thought begins resonating at a higher note, becoming clearer, stronger, more radiant. You might sense waves of warmth, tingling currents, or flashes of inner light behind closed eyes. These are not random sensations but signs of your aura stretching, your energy body casting off old shells of limitation. This is a cleansing and a renewal, sweeping away blockages that have restrained your gifts and replacing them with divine currents fueling your intuition, creativity, and insight. Yet the quiet hours also heighten your sensitivity to darkness as well as light. This is why steadfast focus, prayer, and protective intention matter now. See your energy glowing like a citadel no shadow can invade. This metamorphosis is preparing you for the new spiritual mantle you're called to carry, but only if you honor and protect it with reverence. Behind this awakening, a fierce spiritual struggle rages, as real as any earthly conflict but fought in realms unseen. Darkness recognizes what is rising in you and will resist surrender. These are not coincidences but revelations meant to open your eyes to a larger reality. Tonight the veil between heaven and earth thins, granting you glimpses of the future to shape your choices and strengthen your faith. This vision is a mighty tool but also a heavy trust. Handle it with humility. Do not rush to decode every sign or cling to every image. Let your prophetic senses mature through prayer, stillness, and patience with God's timing. With vision awakened, you gain the wisdom to navigate your destiny with holy confidence. Transformation also requires release. Tonight God severs the chains of toxic ties and false bonds that have hindered your ascent. These connections may have masqueraded as friendships, partnerships, even family ties, but their real nature has been to drain your spirit and obstruct your breakthrough. This cutting away may sting, but it is essential, a divine pruning that makes room for better alliances and larger blessings. Expect feelings of loss, confusion, or even anger as these bonds dissolve. Yet each severed tie is an act of mercy and protection. Letting go frees you from betrayal, disappointment, and unhealthy demands. Welcome this release as a sacred cleansing, God's preparation for new relationships aligned with your path. Every bond broken creates space for connections built on love, honor, and divine purpose. The ache of separation will fade as you move into a future brightened by life, giving partnerships. Tonight your mind is undergoing a radical overhaul, clearing away old thought patterns, limiting beliefs, and mental debris that have choked your growth. This is not a mild shift but a deep recalibration engineered by divine hands, rewiring your mind for clarity, serenity, and purpose. You may feel brief disorientation as outdated frameworks crumble and new ones emerge. This may feel chaotic, but it's the necessary turbulence before harmony. Trust the process, purging doubt and fear, making way for focus, wisdom, and renewed confidence. By morning your thinking will be sharper, your decisions clearer, your inner voice stronger. This mental renewal equips you to step fully into your calling with the fortitude to face obstacles and the vision to see your road. Guard your thoughts tonight with prayer and meditation, inviting God to complete the reset. As the transformation deepens, a surge of emotions may roll through you. Tears, anger, joy, release in rapid rhythm. This is not collapse but holy purification, expelling wounds, fears, and buried pain. Though it may feel overwhelming, each wave is a step toward freedom, dismantling the emotional walls that have confined you. Resist suppressing or fleeing from these feelings. Accept them as signs of deep healing. Storms clear the skies for new dawns. Let yourself feel and release fully, knowing this tempest births a calmer, stronger, more joyful soul ready to live its new reality. Tonight's shift will provoke temptation like never before. The adversary sees your breakthrough and will deploy every tactic to divert you. Doubt, pride, distraction, old habits calling you back. These are not proofs of weakness but tests of strength. Stand unmoved like a mountain in a gale. Root yourself in faith, summon divine strength, and reject every whisper of defeat. Remember who you are, chosen, transforming. No temptation can prevail against God's power within you if you refuse to give it ground. Stay alert to subtle lures and open attacks. Speak truth over your mind and heart. Declare victory now. Temptation is fierce, but your triumph is certain if you endure until dawn. Tonight is not merely about change, but about a sacred reassignment, the conferring of new roles and tasks designed by God for your unique purpose. The old self is dissolving, and in its place a new identity is taking form. A leader, a spiritual warrior, a beacon of light rising out of the dark.